thought we played well. I thought we had a really good second quarter where we did a good job. They're so athletic that that bothers us, and I also said right from the start they're the #1 offensive rebounding team in the league, and Zach just did a great job. You know, for a guy that's not a real big jumper, he's so smart positioning wise and everything. And you know, I think anytime you play and come up with 10 offensive rebounds, that's pretty doggone good. But I thought for the most part our defense was really good. We just didn't complete the possession where we came up with the ball. We gave up too many offensive rebounds, but you know, they shot. Excuse me, I was in eating tacos. They shot 48%. You know, and a lot of those came on second shot. I thought our defense was pretty good. The one thing I think we still got to continue to improve on is we're giving up too many middle drives to the middle of the floor, and when we do that, obviously it opens up the whole floor, and they can make plays. So we got to do a little bit better job of keeping the ball out of the middle. But I thought offensively we were really sharp tonight, and you know, I think starters, you know, they shot the ball exceptionally well, and I thought Amari did a good job in the isolation situations of just taking his time and then taking what the defense gave him. And you know, it's just a good win. It's a good win and getaway game. And you know, they're a dangerous team, as I said from the start. You know, they got so many good players that can do so many things that I thought we did a good job for the most part, and we just gotta keep trying to work to get the rebounding situation taken care of.
Going in, would you be surprised if you got out rebounded by 20, but really had a blowout in the third and fourth quarter?
Yeah, I would. I mean, as I said, I think we got to do a better job of that. Although, you know, when we gave up 22 offensive rebounds, and it's kind of like what happened in the past, is that, you know, they shoot it, they miss it, they shoot it, they miss it, they shoot it, they miss it, and then they put it in. That's 4 offensive rebounds, but it really is kind of one possession. So we do have to do a much better job in that particular area, but for the most part, you know, I think if we shoot 62%, we're probably going to be in most games, regardless of what.
Do you recall having a stretch like that from the middle of the second to the end of the third? You barely missed.
Yeah, we were pretty good. I still think that the best half of basketball we played was against New Orleans at home, but I thought we were pretty good there. As far as execution, I think at one stage we were 17 for 20 or something. So I mean, it's not going to get very much better than that. But we have to continue to try to improve as far as the rebounding thing, and we've got to improve, as I said, in the middle drive area. And if we do that, I think we got a chance to be pretty good. But we still have a lot of work to do in that department.
Coach, can you talk about the road trip coming up, going to the East Coast, seeing Mike D'Antoni, then eventually Shaq down the road, and LeBron?
Well, right now we got to worry about Minnesota, and I know everybody's going to say, "Oh, they lost 13 in a row or whatever," but you know, you're playing at home. They're a good basketball team. They're a desperate basketball team, and you know, as I tell everyone, they've got guys that are pros on their team. They've got guys that have pride. So we cannot walk in that arena thinking that we can play any way and beat them. We'll have to play at a high level. You know, they've got some guys that are very talented guys. Al Jefferson, you know, is a very good inside player. You know, we'll have to play, and we'll have to play well. But as I told our guys, if we play at our level and we play the way we're supposed to, then we won't worry about the opposition. It doesn't matter how they play. If we don't play up to our level of basketball, then we could get ourselves in a lot of trouble. As far as the Knicks, Toronto, and Cleveland, obviously those are a very good team. Toronto is a team that gave us fits here, and you know, I think they're very good offensively. You know, they're a lot like us in that they've got big guys that can shoot the ball. And then the Knicks, I think they've been in so many close games this year, so many close games where, you know, something has happened, a possession here or there. But when they shoot the basketball and they spread the floor, they're very good. They're a very good offensive team, just like we are. We run probably 75% of the same thing, you know, so it'll be like mirroring each other, really. And then you go to Cleveland, and obviously they got LeBron there, and I've got a strange feeling that Shaq will play in that game. I don't know what the situation is, so I got a feeling that we'll see him, and obviously, you know, he's a load in there. So right now, though, our focus is just going to be on Minnesota, and Actually, our focus is not even on Minnesota. Actually, our focus is on turkey right now. So turkey and dressing and cranberry, you know, and all of that. And then when we come tomorrow and get on the plane, we'll start focusing in on Minnesota and what we have to do.
Will that be white meat, Coach, or dark meat on the turkey?
It doesn't matter. I just got a strange feeling that everybody on the flight will be able to sleep tomorrow before we taxi down the runway. I just got a strange feeling, yeah.
It seemed like,
All you got to do is see the Seinfeld episode on that.
it seemed like as soon as you guys started talking about maybe you're not as much of a running team these last 2 games, you probably just have picked up the pace more than any.
We have picked up the pace, but I think that's really coincidental. I really do. I think that we still have had a pace, you know, a tempo more so than a running pace, I think. And we've just been able to do a good job in that particular area. I do like the fact that we end up with 19 fast break points, so that's telling me that we're getting some easy baskets here and there. But for the most part, I still like the tempo of the game more so than the running.
Coach, you said earlier in the season that teams can either attack their offensive glass or get back in transition and stop you, but they can't do both. So was tonight one of those nights where?
Well, I think so. I do think that. I do think that if you're going to attack the glass, then we'll have an opportunity to run out on the ones that you miss. On the ones that you make, we still have a little bit of an advantage of getting down where we get, you know, points out the scores and stuff. So we just got to stay aggressive, and we have to stay in the attack mode. I think a lot of the teams get a little reluctant to go to the boards because we do get out and run. So that helps us a little bit. But, you know, they're the #1 rebounding team in the NBA, and you can see why. They got long guys. Zach is so smart as far as positioning and things like that. And then, you know, Rudy Gay and those guys are just so long that even when you box them out. And I told you, Gasol is a very underrated player. You know, he really is. I just think that he's so smart in what he does and the way he plays that, you know, he's just a real solid foundation for him in there.
It was kind of earlier, but Grant really controlled Jay early on.
He did a good job on him. He made him take some tough shots, and he made a couple of really tough shots. But I thought we did about as good a job on him as you're going to do. We didn't let him get out on the break and get some easy baskets, and really most of the baskets that he has, and I don't know what he ended up shooting 6 for 15. Really, those 6 baskets were really tough baskets. I thought that we made him earlier. That's the best you can hope for.
Can you talk about bringing the starters back in the about 8 minutes left in the game?
Well, I just, you know, we'd been up 24-5, and they had made a little bit of a run, and I thought rather than wait and see what happens, that we try to bring our starters back in, play for a few minutes, and see if we could get the game under control, and then we were able to take Steve out and the other starters. So it's just preference as a coach. I mean, you know, a lot of guys would have just left them out and see what would happen, but I prefer to just put those guys back in and see if we can close out the game and then be able to sit there and not have to worry about it the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Second row seemed more open than most nights. I mean, it seemed like Steve could.
Well, I think what happens is that, you know, as I told you guys, Channing helps a lot with that, in that now everybody's a little reluctant to be in too much with Amari because of Channing. So that in terms of open up the role, and when they do get in there to stop him, you can see that Channing ends up with shots out on the perimeter. So, because I told you guys right from the start when we signed him, I thought that would be a really good combination as far as those guys helping each other. And then when you put Steve into the mix, if they're going to go completely under, he'll shoot the basketball. But as I told you guys today, he knows when he needs to shoot and when he's not, and when he's trying to get everybody involved. So, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, but you were shocked that